Anthony, what are the main results of the Global Labor Resilience Index across different regions globally?
Thank you, Fadi. So there have been quite a lot of disparities in regions across the globe on their labor resilience. And we see, the big story is Europe really dominating the rankings. 9 out of 10 countries are in the top 10 of the GLRI. Including, as we said, Switzerland, Denmark, and Netherlands in the top three. Now, what explains that Europe is so much ahead is related to the strength of its institutions. It relates to the strength of its educational approaches to reskill and upskill. It's related to the active labor market policies, which are helping protect jobs for the transition when they're transitioning from a brown sector to a green sector, and also targeting the right professions that need to be upgraded and reskilled. And so overall, we see this kind of strong direction from Europe, which is not exactly followed by some other regions. So some regions which need to, let's say, be cautious here and need to uptake the challenge are Asia on the one hand and Middle East and North Africa on another. One of the challenges that Asia is facing is that it has not transformed enough its green industries to date. And so this, as a result, means that it risks losing the competitiveness to export to other markets which are going through this green transition, such as Europe. And this is not happening fast enough. So, for instance, China is still, as you know, more than 50% of its energy is still coal-based. For India, it's still 2/3 of its energy, which is coal-based. And the standards for export are not this. The standards of our exports are evolving very, very rapidly towards green. So I think this is probably the biggest challenge: is to play this catch-up in terms of standards, and then follow through with the educational upskilling that is needed. So one bright spot in terms of the regional rankings has been United Arab Emirates, which is ranked 33rd in the index. They're number one in terms of labor resilience in the Middle East, in the GCC. This has been a continuing trend of focus on the entrepreneurial ecosystem, attracting also quite a bit of new investment in the green sectors, such as the Mohammed bin Rashid Solar City and Masdar in Abu Dhabi, and many initiatives which were unveiled in COP28. And so you see that there's this proactive push towards the greening, and you also see that this is one of the most diversified economies in that region, which has also contributed to its labor market resilience. And yet another region in the United States and Canada. The United States is overall pretty strong. I believe it's number 14 in the ranking. The challenge for the United States has been specifically on the skill gap. There's been so much investment in the space of green, particularly with the IRA Act, which has poured billions of funding from government into this area of green. And the matching of skills simply has not been there. So a recent LinkedIn poll, for example, showed that there had been a 20% increase in job opportunities, but only 6 to 7% increase in the skills that are offered. And this is directly from LinkedIn data. And that's just one of many examples of this kind of playing catch up with skills.